Can't believe this character actually got my name with the correct spelling, and my main doesn't. Because some guy took that name however many years ago and has not logged back in since. Alright, I was doing Way of the Arcanist. Let's go to Badron first. Ah, there ye are, Tiny. Enjoy your jaunt round the city, did ye? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Lominsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of what's where. You can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Badron and you'll go far. How far are we talking? I don't want to go that far. I have to level up? That's all 5, right? Oh, 4. Alright, let's go to... What are these things? Lower Lenosha. How do I get to Lower Lenosha? Alright, I have to go downstairs. Battle. Right-clicking on a target to switch to active mode and ready auto attack. Fate system. Oh, there's a fate right here? Look at that. I'm gonna level up so fast. Oh, get out of here, Carbuncle. Who do you think you are, hiding away? Experience points. What are those? Cookie Cat? Do I have the weathered stuff? I do. Now, they didn't always give these. Do you want to be my friend? Very important for fast traveling. And the new MSQ is right here, so. On to Summerford. Still in Limsa, are ye, Tiny? How do you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I've already done that. I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? Yes, I have. The owner, Staleworm, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. It mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work and impress the old bastard. You need directions? This plane ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out the city and follow the road northeast. I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It is with great pleasure then that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your Grimmer turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. And to commemorate the occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. Thank you. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents on which to test it. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easy as you might move your own limbs, turn to me for further instructions. I will be waiting. First quest, make it level 5. I am level 5. Acting Guildmaster Thubergrim, which is to assess the improvement of your Arcanima skills. Ah, Tiny, isn't it? You are eating well. An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. What? That is very good information. I must often remind my Arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Lenosha. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize the arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. Oh, we're having dinner? What are we having? Ah, you must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Tiny Taru, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stalewern, the old bastard, as Baderon likely described me, and this here is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship, but the calamity did our ship, like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlwyb's initiative to get us to landlock Buccaneer's work in the fields seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see? And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in the black despair. So much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Well, strengthen decks and take intelligence in mind. Dress to call. I remember exactly what quest this is. Stalewern, owner of the Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the task he has in mind. I have a mind to set you to a task, Taru. Before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care parley with dandies. You understand. It might be well that you have traded to their cutlasses and couriers, but they're still roughs at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. What does it have to get to 5? I think it's just a hat I need, right? Yeah.
Woo! Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
As long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Sharks? What? This guy's crazy. Erstwhile, buccaneers are an ordinary lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'd say you have little trouble getting their attention. Okay. Guess we'll take the Grimmer. Since we use. Ah, Taru. That aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since we last met. No. I hope I've read you all right. I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Most certainly me. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. What's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattoo faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on me human. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that the kidnappers of rumor come for the hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and that work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmates are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave farmhouse for a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Of course, Stalewern. Good, lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner the place will start to reassemble and work and farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around the Sea Sung Grotto. If reports are to be believed, or unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Taru. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Alright, I gotta go underground. Oh, bogeys are on my hunt list. Coming. A lot of experience.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone.
Got it.
Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa, Lominsa live their lives.
Oh.
It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea.
That's nice.
Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms.
Stalking me?
I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
Just a little bit.
Or perhaps not.
Oh.
As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances.
I also
only to be
suspected that.
attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Oh, I am on guard.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
Phew!
What's that? Could it be?
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin,
You
all made one.
are a rock.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
And thus starts my journey to gather the crystals of light.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
What's that?
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again? Are we?
Yep.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back.
That is a big blade.
I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
No.
I beg your pardon.
I just saw a giant
Towering crystal.
floating crystal.
I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Stalewern, you're not gonna believe this. Taru. Right, glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. Take a gander at this. Starting to think that these ruffians are pirates come to lure my farmlands back to the life of a plunderer. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance at the doorstep and set a Mandan Bagubu on you. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption? Ah, Yestola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. You have my thanks, Taru. If it weren't for your efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. You just keep lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to brighter futures she deserves. That sea sloth servant and his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done. But then the rapscallions would never learn. What the hell's a rapscallion? Sounds like a type of food. Round them up and let them know that Stalwern would like a word. And don't take no for an answer. I just got here and he's making bark orders at his henchmen. I can make this jump.
Do a flip!
Nope, I can't. We'll be sprinting then. And a tune. Who's Badron? Not Badron. I forgot his name. Alright, well. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.